Welcome to the Infinite Life Podcast. I'm your host, Katish Haberfield. This podcast is a journey of discovery as we learn how the soul evolves over various incarnations to understand all about the complexities of being a human being who has to bravely navigate viewing life as a non-dualistic struggle between good and evil through consciousness-raising experiences that test our valor. Welcome back to the Infinite Life Podcast. I'm your host, Katish Haberfield. This week we start with one of our friends from many of the seasons of the podcast, Myles. Now, Myles is back to talk about and discover about his journey with spiritual weight. Now, Myles is wanting physical weight loss, but one of the things that we find through these 3 seasons is the weight of burden on Myles through his various incarnations. Burden of responsibility, burden of emotions, and a whole bunch of other things that you're going to discover. In this first session, like all the other guests, we go back into an age regression to check on what's happened earlier in this incarnation for Myles, to understand what it is that he's been holding on to emotionally that is impacting his body and making him feel weighed down. And we also see the effects of that weight on particular areas of the body. Myles will receive spiritual healing from the celestial realms in this episode. And at the very part of the episode, we will meet a very unique and special character, Kodika. Now, Kodika has been a very good friend to Myles, and you will understand Kodika's story and how, whilst being honourable and intending to be of service to repay a favour to Myles, Kodika has actually been weighing Myles down. And such is the story of a lot of the spirits that we meet across all of the seasons in this podcast, is where we think that we have to repay people after death, and we stick around as a earthbound spirit, otherwise known as a disembodied spirit or a ghost. So the story of Kodika is very special to my heart, and that's about all I want to say. So I really hope you enjoy and get some insights into your own life about the things that you're holding on to in your lifetime. Now, if you find any of this resonating, please head over to my website. I know it says I don't do regression therapy anymore, but that's because I found a much more effective way to release the emotions, to release the attachments, and to release the burdens from your soul in all incarnations, and that is through the bespoke application of Appometrics that I have now. I found that we can release not only from your current incarnation, but all of your incarnations, and the effect that you can have on your life is staggering, which is why I now do it as a 1-month intensive for people, so that we're not looking at the clock, but we are going into all of your incarnations to remove all of the barriers to your life, so that you can remove not only limiting beliefs, weight, not only emotions, not only attachments of all kinds, but some of the psychological constructs that you have created as a result of trauma. And the beautiful thing is that you don't have to be with me to experience it. It's done remotely, then you receive reports from me, and it is like supercharged. If you've listened to all the other seasons, you'll see how we can only do so much when we do it through regression therapy. It takes time, and it takes recovery time. When we do it remotely through the Appometrics, where I use my biophotonic energy, that's the light energy in all of my cells, to psychically take what no longer is serving you from your various bodies, you have faster recovery time, you can do a lot more work for you, and you can have huge leaps in your life. So go over to the website, have a look. if there's any of the stuff that we've been doing through past life regression and spiritual releasement therapy, I can do it so much more effectively and quickly, 1 month at a time for you using the Appometrics system. And you will be informed and educated. It just doesn't take so long to do it. So thank you once again, Myles. We love you, and namaste. Thank you to everybody for listening. Very deep. 6. Your subconscious. 5. Doesn't mind. 4. Getting to the bottom. 3. Ready to step into your white room with 1. Now be there. So at the bottom of the stairs now, reach out to open the door and find a white room with a comfortable chair. Make it how you like it as you go inside and settle back into that comfortable chair. Imagine in front of you there is a cinema screen with a relaxing scene, beach, lake, garden, or a favorite place in nature. Once you find your favorite place in nature, imagine moving into that place so you can feel the sun or the water on your skin. Notice the colors, sounds, and smells around. Whether it's warm sand you can sink into or warm water you can float on, notice the feeling on your skin and the feeling within. Breathe in calm, clear relaxation with every breath, because you have been able to tense and relax your muscles, so you can continue to relax like this now. Notice the sky with clouds floating and dissolving like thoughts in your vast awareness. Because the fact that you are here relaxing means your subconscious mind is willing to work with you now to achieve your goals in new ways. In a moment, you can recall or imagine a time in your past when you felt good in or around water. It could be any moment from months, years, or decades ago. It could be a swim in the ocean, a river, or a lake, on a recent or a childhood holiday. It could even be a shower a couple of days ago. Let one specific moment, a memory of being in or around water, come up now. Just choose one. Let that one be right. Bring it into focus like you're focusing a camera. And Myles, I wonder, is the place outdoors in nature or indoors in a home? Place with the water.
It's outdoors. It's at the beach.
Beautiful. And I want you to step fully into the scene and feel the sand under your feet. I want you to dip your toes into the water. I want you to look around to see what you saw at this moment in time and listen to what you heard. I want you to notice the feeling of the water on your skin and notice the feeling within. Is the feeling like a freedom to be engulfed and float on the ocean? Or is it a cleansing feeling, how you feel after a warm shower?
I guess I would say more type of freedom.
Freedom? Beautiful.
From this memory as a child. And when we used to go to the beach, my parents used to know which one was me because I was upside down, and they would just see my feet all the time. It's just bobbing up and down. And it was just good memories of just looking at sand dollars and hermit crabs and everything under the ocean and just being in touch with it and just enjoying the water and the vacation.
Okay, beautiful. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine you can let this sensation, freedom, and this enjoyment soak and saturate through you. Blue or translucent, warm or refreshing, cleansing and healing. Continue to find ways you can recall and relive this memory more vividly in ways best for you. As you continue to do that, we can observe what may be implied in this moment at a deeper level, because we think of ourselves as solid, yet the human body is really 60% water. We think of ourselves on planet Earth, yet the surface is really 70% ocean. We think of ourselves as a conscious mind. The subconscious mind is really, we think of ourselves as a conscious mind, yet our subconscious mind is the majority. You can tune into the subconscious realities of your being. I'd like you, Myles, to take yourself back in time to an important memory in this lifetime as Myles that has influenced your perceptions of your body or may have contributed to weight gain. So I simply want you to listen to me as I count you down from 3 to 0. 0, you'll recall or imagine a moment of clarity which will show us something that's important in this lifetime to do with perceptions of body image or weight gain. Drifting with 3 to the exact time with 2, focusing with 1, ready to step back in that moment and feel the feeling. 0, now be there. First impression in this moment, are you inside or outside, Myles?
I'm in my car.
In your car? Okay, and about how old are you at this moment in time?
It's about 22, 23.
22, 23? Okay. And is it daytime or nighttime when you're in the car?
Or it's daytime.
Okay. And
Well,
what I want you to
it's
do
light
is,
outside. I guess it'd be like 5 o'clock. It's still bright outside,
okay,
but
all right,
afternoon.
beautiful. So what I want you to do is step into this scene, really fully embody yourself in that moment in time. And I want you to tell me what is happening in this scene. Why has your subconscious mind taken us back to this precise moment in time? What do you need to look at, remember, and reframe today?
It's a time where I'm picking up my son, and we are meeting at Arby's fast food, and it seems like that's where we met for a long time. But I'm happy because I'm getting my son, and that's his favorite fast food, so we'd always get that too.
And what is the emotion here that you are witnessing?
Happiness,
Happiness?
because I'm getting him,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it's sad because I know just 2 days from now, I'll be right back here at the same time and have to take him back.
So I just want you to allow yourself to witness any emotion that wishes to come up that needs cleansing and clearing right now. And I want you to ask your inner wise adult to step in and let you know what is important for you to understand at this moment. What is it that you believed at this point in time that is holding you back or weighing you down?
Sorry, it's
It's okay.
hard to
Take your
put into
time.
words and
That's okay. You take your time.
a little emotional.
Yeah. that's all right. You're allowed to release that emotion. It's important. That's why we're here.
Yeah, I don't know, it's hard to put in words, but, um, it's not something you really think about consciously, that food and stuff is a way to relate to things, but you don't really realize it. But for years and years, we always met at his favorite place to eat, and I guess that kinda subconsciously is just, "Hey, maybe I get to see Marcus."
Oh, every time you went to a fast food outlet, or is that what you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And is this some part of you is hoping that you might accidentally run into him as well? Is that it?
No, 'cause I know it's not anywhere close to where they live. We always meet a halfway point. Feel like it's a subconscious thought.
Yeah. We do, in all situations, tie food with happy memories, food with sad memories. And food can also be a way to quell nausea, anxiety, and emotions. Can you see in this moment in time, is food quelling an anxiety or a nausea to calm you down, or is the food happy association from this point onwards where food equals happiness?
It's more of a happiness.
And there are many cultures in the world that associate food with happiness, so there's nothing to shame or blame yourself on. So what I want to do is ask your angels, perhaps Archangel Michael may like to step in, and or other guide if he's wanting somebody else specifically to step in and give you a reframe on this situation or a higher perspective on this moment in time, something that you need to gain insight into that you didn't see until now in this exact moment that I'm saying. Someone of clarity is going to step forward for you right now.
I'm getting just a kinda calming feeling, just saying that it's okay. It's not that, I don't know, I guess clarity, it's just comfort.
Yep. And do you see any colors behind your eyes at the moment, Miles? Do you feel like it's an actual the healing that's occurring right now?
It's just like a golden light, um, just white and gold.
Yep. All right. So I just want you to take in this healing moment. And I want you to know that from this point forward, anytime you feel like you are using food for happiness and creating connections unnecessarily, binding food to feeling happy, meaning that you can't feel happy in any other situation or as deeply happy, I want you to just to ask your higher self to come in and bring this white and golden light that you're experiencing now. And you will immediately from this point forward replace the association of the food as the source of happiness to spiritual knowings of self and happiness within the self and the soul as your source of comfort. So the comfort and the happiness comes from within, irrespective of the external circumstances. And all you just need to do is tap into this via either asking your higher self for assistance or by locking in this feeling now, noticing where it is in your body, and then taking your mind back into this moment in time and re-accessing the healing. So where in your body are you feeling this, Myles?
I'm feeling it in my, I don't know, all my head, my chest, and in my throat. And it's going quick. It's like he's showing me multiple lifetimes. Just being in like a leadership role and doing things for others in multiple times. It's shown me like the chief, being a parent, being a spouse, and it's just saying that you've done many lifetimes where you've watched over other things or creatures or a planet, a species, and that's what this lifetime is, to enjoy yourself. But um, you can't do too much. Don't let ego take over. You got to take care of your body, yourself. So yes, enjoy things, but with reason.
Now, Miles, I want you to check in. And is there another moment in time in this lifetime that we need to go to? If so, you'll feel sensation of floating away and drifting away. And you'll be able to step into the scene, or if not, we will stay in this current holding pattern. So you just need to let me know if you get the feeling of moving into another scene or not.
I see it. I see the scene and I know it because I think of it subconsciously a lot. It's a scene where we're having dinner and I'm getting food and I'm a teenager. I'm like 14, 15,
Well,
uh, that awkward growing phase. And I'm eating a lot of food and my step scolded me on it. Cause you don't need to eat that much. Deal. The reason I was hesitant to go to this memory is because he's passed and I love him dearly, but
it's all right.
I do know that for some reason I subconsciously go to that. He wasn't angry or mad or anything about it.
Yeah, it's just being a parent. Sometimes we get
Just been,
flabbergasted with the amount of food that teenagers eat when they're hungry.
absolutely. So he's not doing anything wrong, but for some reason it stuck with me. And I know myself as a parent, I've talked to my kids about the things that they eat, not really the amount, but what they put in their bodies. So
Uh-huh.
I've had similar conversations, but for some reason this one stuck with me
Yeah, I understand.
and I felt bad.
It's okay. We've met your stepdad before in other regressions, haven't we? So we know that
Yeah.
he understands that there's no feelings here. But it is a moment that we now need to clear and reframe. I'm wondering if we can access. Can we bring him in for a moment here and use your psychic mediumship skills, Mal, to bring him in with the assistance of Archangel Michael to see if he would like to personally reframe the situation for you and release you of any guilt and hard feelings about this moment in time. It's not something that I would normally do, but I feel like he's here to help you with this moment.
I can feel his presence, and he's just telling me that everything's okay. And just giving me that feeling that obviously that's not his intention when he said that, but when he's telling me everything's okay, he means everything. Every incident or wrong thing that I've done as a kid. Smart, like things you say to your parents sometimes. It's just tell him he loves me through all of it.
Okay. How does that make you feel?
Very good. Like a weight's been lifted off.
Oh,
That's something you always want to hear from your parents, that they're proud of you and everything's okay. But I didn't quite get that moment with him. His passing just came a little quick. Uh, and again, the things that he always would do instead of, I guess, those kind of words, it's more of a, "Hey, watch over your mother and your sister," and stuff like
mhm.
that. More burdens instead of the comfort and telling me that I'm doing a good job kinda thing, which
Yeah. And he said
I
this
guess is what
twice
I
to you
needed to
now.
hear.
He has said this to you before, though.
Yes.
He wishes that he didn't say all those things that were just burden and responsibility related. Because I remember you did say last time that it was the direct opposite to what you had experienced in the physical world. So I'd really like to use this opportunity for you to really experience and believe that now, because this is the second time that he's come through to tell you this. And maybe there's something else that you need him to tell you. Maybe he needs to show you a moment in time that will help you release. Maybe there's something else that's stuck.
Yeah. He showed me a few moments. One time we were just when they had, like, a new relationship,
Uh-huh.
him and my mom, we had it out before, and he's saying that that's okay too. And he's showing me things that's happened even after he's passed, telling me that he's proud of me and stuff, but it's not something I have to do. Even today, I'm making my mom's resume and helping her out at her house and stuff. You know, he's just like, "You don't have to burden yourself with all." That's just me. I'm always the people pleaser type person.
Okay, Miles, let's just hold that thought right there because he said this to you last time as well about your mum and not having to do things for her. And you just pointed out something really important. You pointed out that you like to do it because it's just part of your personality. What we want to do today is to make sure we energetically remove the burden from that so that when you go over to do things for your mum, it's just the pleasure of it and it doesn't add any additional weight to your mind or to your feelings or to your body, okay? Because what we want you to do is your dad could come back 100 times and tell you the same thing. But if you feel like it's just part of your personality and you have to do it, you would feel bad if you didn't do it. Then what we want to do is to take the negative energy that's associated with it so that you feel lighter when you go over to help your mum. You feel brighter, you feel more energized, and you feel happier when you help her rather than feeling weighed down by time and responsibility and you should be doing other things and that sort of stuff. Okay. Do you understand the distinction there?
I do, absolutely. 'Cause there's a lot of times where I'm happy to do it, but then sometimes I'm not, and I feel like part of it is, I guess, that time that we talked about before when there's time constraints, it's like it takes away all the happiness. It's like, "I need this, and I need it now," as opposed to, "Hey, will you do this for me?" "Sure," when I have time.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like that's
Is there something there that we
all
can
relevant.
I feel like we need to call in Michael, Archangel Michael, because he's particularly good with using that sort of his to remove any cords of attachment that are preventing you from creating strong boundaries so that you can only accept or help out when it doesn't become a burden to you. So let's see what Michael has to say about that.
Yeah, he's telling me exactly that, and when you place these boundaries, the people will respect you, they'll understand, not, like, leave you or be angry. Which for some reason, I feel like whenever I set a boundary like that, that I'm letting them down
Uh-huh.
because that's not what they wanted. That wasn't their expectation. However, if I don't set that, then I'm not meeting my own expectation and I'm not serving myself as well.
So what I want you to
Um,
do is to ask your subconscious mind to take you to a moment in time where your mother asked you to do something and it crossed your boundaries. And I want you to replay that scene so that you clearly and firmly but nicely state the restraints that you have at that time. And I want you to lock in and see the change and almost the relief that she feels when she understands and respects the boundaries.
I can see it playing in my head now, and it's yeah,
Okay. Because no parent wishes to be a burden on their child, do they? Can you feel that from her?
I can
Yeah.
absolutely.
What will you'll notice is that will free up some joy in her too,
Mm,
because when you do that energetic exchange and do step over your boundaries and go and do something for her, there is a clouding in the energy for her as well. She can feel the tension,
yeah,
and what you're allowing her to do now is to feel the joy in the interactions. I can feel it in my heart, rather than creating tension between the two of you. I just want to ask your subconscious mind to work with you cooperatively, please, in order to help reinforce boundaries so that you can remove any tension between the two of you, your mother and yourself, so that interactions can be more lighthearted, loving, and honor the needs of both of you in the appropriate time and space that it is required. Because there will always be other people that will step forward to help. At the moment, they're not doing so because they assume that you have covered. Do you see that?
I do.
Yeah. Okay, beautiful. All right. Now, what I want you to do is I just want to check. because I have something else that I wish to do in this session today. But is there any other learning moment that is important for us to miss from your current lifetime?
No, nothing that's coming to me.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Right, so we'd like to thank the higher self of your mother and also stepdad on the other side for coming through, also Angel Mike for helping us with these important moments. And you will begin to feel lighter and lighter over the coming days as that energy is released. Now, what I want to do is to tune back into the key reality of your being in terms of your spiritual strength, your sovereignty, and the authority over your mind, body, and spirit. Your subconscious mind is about to remind you of specific times you felt spiritual strength in this lifetime, like a feeling of deep peace or faith, a thought realizing the non dual or ultimately loving and compassionate nature of the universe, a time of connection with implicit confidence in your ability to flow with the universal truth. This is a resourceful strength and state that you can connect with. It could be a directly spiritual moment of realization, like a deep peace, or it could be an indirectly spiritual moment, like a surge of unshakable, unselfish resolve to stand up for justice. I will count down from 3 to 0. At 0, you'll recall or imagine a moment of spiritual strength, like a deep peace, righteous energy, or authoritative clarity. Drifting back with 3 to a moment of spiritual strength with 2, focusing with ready to step back into that moment and the feeling with 0 now be there. What's the first impression? It's inside or outside?
I'm outside
Okay,
with my
okay.
friends,
And what time is it in your life? How old are you?
probably about 13, 14 years old.
And what's happening in the scene? Step into it.
I'm actually walking to a behind a ballpark, and I'm walking with one of my friends who now has unfortunately passed away, but he was my next door neighbor and a friend of mine at the time, and I'm going to meet 2 other friends. Uh, I'm calm, but the friends that we're meeting apparently, and I remember this memory very well. So my friend Brandon and my friend Christopher are fighting,
Okay.
and my friend Justin lives right next to Christopher, and I'm going to make sure that apparently this is gonna be a fair fight. But
Right.
I'm friends with all of them. But, uh, if my friend Justin hops in, then I will too, to make it fair. You know, I don't know what the fight's even about. I don't even know what it's for, and I think it's silly, but I wanna be there for all of them because I care for all of them. In this memory, they start fighting and punching each other and all that, and then my friend Justin tries to hop in, and so me and him start fighting and stuff, and Justin and I, at the time, we hit our growth spurts pretty early, and we're pretty big, and so we're fighting and stuff, so much so that Brandon and Chris stop fighting and just watch us instead.
Right.
But it was a pretty funny time, but the strength and passion that I had for all of my friends, because I didn't wanna hurt Justin. I also didn't want him to hurt my friends, but like I said, I cared for all of them, even though they were all wanting to fight each other.
And if you had to like summarize that into a word or a group of words or a phrase that, say, somebody would put on a resume, this person has X quality, which is their spiritual strength. How would you phrase that?
I don't know. I guess just the strength and wisdom to see both sides.
Uh-huh. It's like an equanimity sort of thing.
Exactly. Like a judge would have to see. Um, and I cared for both sides equally. Um, and so I wanted to make it fair.
Yeah. Now, I want you to lock into that feeling and give it a color or a symbol. What color or symbol can represent to you as
The first thing I got was like a yellow star.
beautiful? Now,
Um,
sorry.
I was going to say it's not like a five-sided. It's like a almost like a cross type star. It's a star.
And if you were going to also associate the feeling in your body when you feel about this spiritual strength, where does that feeling of spiritual strength reside in your body?
My chest and arms.
Okay. Yep. So I want you to lock in and feeling in your chest and arms. I also want you to place the yellow star in your body as well. So you can take it with you and bring this feeling of spiritual strength to you whenever it's needed. And particularly in your everyday life, if you need a feeling of spiritual strength or layman strength and courage, you can simply visualize that symbol of the crossed yellow star and activate that feeling in your chest to bring up these feelings of spiritual strength. You can use this whenever it's needed, and especially as we go through issues related to your spiritual strength, sovereignty, and your authority over your body, mind, and spirit. So, what I want you to do is to scan your body now from your feet upwards. And what I want you to do is let this scan be like an x ray or a bright light or a torch that can see everything. And let that light have warmth and loving kindness and compassion. I want you to focus your mind stream inwards and notice any images, faces, or forms, any sounds or voices, any sensations, emotions, or feelings of stuck energy. And as you scan your body from your feet upwards to your calves, up to your knees, your quads and thighs, your hips and your torso, I want you to scan your midsection and your chest, scan your arms and your shoulders and up to your head. Notice any images, faces, or forms, any sounds or voices, any sensations or emotions, and slowly, one by one, describe any of these sensations and their location.
My right knee,
Mhm.
mm, uh, pulsing, stiff, sick type of feeling.
Okay. Where else?
The very top of my head. Um, trying not to relate it to physical ailments because of my sinuses right now, but
Huh?
it almost feels similar, almost like a stiff, pulsating type stuck feeling. Getting a feeling of like a deep purple.
Okay. Anywhere else?
That's it.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do first is we are going to invite your spirit guides to be with you, and you can do this now by sending out the invitation and saying inside your mind, "I ask for my spirit guides to come and assist me now." There may be one spirit guide or more. It may be a spirit guide you are familiar with or a new one. Let me know what you sense, see, or hear. And what I want you to do is Put your left hand out, the spirit guide, and then your right hand out. And we know if you feel any sensation, ask the spirit guides to step forward one by one, identify themselves.
Okay, on the left, feel like it's Michael. And
Feel
on my
what?
right, it's someone I am not familiar with. It says his name is Kaziel. Uh, I'm not familiar with this.
Zadkiel?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
This Archangel and Zadkiel. Okay. Yeah, two Archangels. Michael and Zadkiel. Now, could have some interesting banter. Very cool dudes. So what I want you to do, thank you guys for coming
I never
today.
even heard of that name before.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't heard of Archangel and Zadkiel. Where Michael has a sword, Zadkiel has a dagger. Now, what I want you to do, thank you for coming, guys, is I want you to help Myles today. And what we want to do is we want to go first to the right knee with this pulsating, shifting, stiff feeling. And I'm going to ask Zadkiel and Michael if this feeling in the knee is an emotion, a thought, an EBS, a DFE, or ET.
Think you're right on the banter.
What are they saying?
One of them, Michael's saying that
Oh.
it's spiritual in nature, but it could be released from me getting in touch with what we've talked on previous sessions with reaching out with comedy and that kind of thing
Okay.
and fulfilling kind of more of my purpose. And then side kills, it also could be released by me doing the things that I want to do and putting myself first.
Mhm.
Um, so should I do my thing that is more service to others? But it is a passion that I enjoy. However, it's still work. With that time that I have, saying he also could enjoy things that he likes, games and things like that. And just take time to himself. I think either really, but I think the overall message is that I need to set those boundaries and make time
Right.
for
So
myself.
what I'd like you to do is to really focus in to that location on your right knee. Okay. And what color does it have to it?
My knee is almost like a light blue, almost aqua. And then the sensation in my head is like a deep purple.
Okay. Let's just deal with the light blue almost. And because we can make friends with parts of our body containing emotions and thoughts holding us back. So what I want you to do is allow your imagination to take over and allow the knee to tell you how it's feeling. So you've heard what Zadkiel and Michael have to say. Now I want you to allow your knee to tell you what it has to say.
I don't know if this is just because it's my knee or if
Mhm.
knees are just goofy, but
That
it's telling me that it's just tired of this extra weight. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Just get yourself together.
And
Just feels too much pressure.
too much pressure. Okay. Now, I would like to request you to send some loving energy towards your knee. What do you need to say in return to your knee that's supporting you, providing flexibility to you?
Yeah,
You need to tell your knee.
absolutely. Yeah. Definitely been there, threw me with the extra 50 pounds and without the 50 pounds. I'm sure you appreciate the not extra 50 pounds.
Okay.
I'll
And
work on it. I'll work on it, I promise. Appreciate you
okay.
being there for me regardless.
Can we call in Raphael to do a little healing in that location to help release some of that pent up energy, that frustration that your knee's feeling right now? You sense Raphael at all? It's the difference
I
between whether this is something you have to do or whether it's something that's energetic
I
needs healing.
don't
That's it. Okay, that's all right. Okay, cool. So that one's on you, Miles. So we will, what I want you to do is just release any extra burden that they may now place on you. So just release the burden just like that. It's not an extra responsibility. It's asking you to have some fun. Is it?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So please don't add weight to its request. We want to make it feel lighter. Okay. And you can even have a little joke with yourself now. Every time you go to do something that's fun, you can have a chat in your mind to your knee.
Yeah.
I want you to treat it like a friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be an interesting comedy sketch
Absolutely.
coming out. Yes. So now I want you to focus on the top of your head, full color, and that stiff, stark, pulsating feeling. And I want you to let me know what this stiff, stuck, pulsating feeling would say to you. What is it? What's this feeling about?
It's telling me it's more of a mindset,
Huh?
probably what you had referenced earlier is resonating a lot. And that's where I need to enjoy when helping others as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to making it a burden. I think a lot of that is just, I guess, me setting my boundaries so that I can enjoy helping others because I genuinely do.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have been a teacher in this lifetime, but it just, the cards weren't set out for me. But I love helping others. And
Why not,
that's
Miles?
that's the feeling that I'm getting is just,
Why can't
you
you
know,
be a teacher, Miles?
I guess I could.
I want you to, while we
I
have
want to go
Miles
back
on,
to school
no, I
at
have a friend.
35.
A friend the other day who just stepped into a teaching role. I think it's a critical
Yeah,
situation at the moment with a teacher. So I want you to get some insight into and use your guides as well. What do they have to tell
yeah.
you about this limiting belief that you can't be a teacher?
Yeah, they're telling me that I can. Absolutely.
And remember that there's many forms of teaching. So
That's what they're showing me is other teaching forms and opportunities and things out there too that I wouldn't even have to go to school for. Even this session is a learning opportunity.
And you can also use your comedy as a form of teaching, yeah?
Absolutely.
A lot of people learn through it. Okay. Now, with the risk of getting the wrath of Archangel Michael, I'd like Michael and Zadkiel to do a scan, please, for bound spirits. Does Myles have any earthbound spirits touched at the moment from this or other lifetimes that we need to release and hear their stories of today, please?
I'm getting the feeling of a lot, but I'm not
Okay. All right. So it's okay, Myles. What I'll do
getting a
is,
specific name.
yeah, no, that's fine
Yeah.
because I can help with this now. So all you need to do is just let me be bossy for a moment. Thank you, Michael and Zadkiel, for letting him know that we do have spirits to release. So I'm just going to address Myles. I'm just going to do some banter now. You just need to let your mind rest, and I'm going to talk to the spirits. Okay? There's nothing to worry about. Hi. I'd like to set my intention to talk to the group of spirits that is residing with Myles at the moment. My name is Katish, and you are located and attached to my friend Myles here. I was wondering if I could have a spokesperson for the group step forward, please. And Myles, do you give permission for this person to speak you, be the interpreter between you and me and this representative of the group?
Yes.
Okay. And can we start with some basics, please? Person stepping forward, can I grab your name and what year you think it is, please? What year is it currently for you?
I don't know the year.
That's okay. All right. Name? Are you male or female or animal?
The male, it's like noises, like a Kodika.
Okay. So, sweetheart, thank you for stepping forward today. I was wondering, how long have you been with Myles?
His entire life.
Okay, darling. And did you meet Myles in this lifetime or previous lifetimes that you've carried through and been with Myles on many journeys?
Many lifetimes.
Okay. Okay. And what was Myles doing at the moment that you met him? Whatever his name was when you met him, do you know what I mean? What was the situation in which you two met?
He found me alone in a desert.
Okay. And why were you alone in the desert?
I was searching for food and got separated from my people.
Okay. It must have been distressing for you.
I was dying, and he gave me food and water and helped me get back to my people.
Okay. So if you were dying and he helped you get back to your people, how did you become attached to him? That's the bit that I'm not sure on at the moment.
I told him I would never forget this. He came to visit, and we welcomed him as an honorary member of our tribe. This is not something that we would normally do. We don't welcome outsiders. And I was there when we made him a part of our tribe, and he was there when I died.
Right. Okay, there's the key. And at the time of death, was it a surprise for you or unexpected accident? What happened when you died?
I died in a hunting accident.
Do you remember how old you were at the time of death? Were you a middle-aged man, an elderly man, teenager?
Old, but not an elder.
Okay.
A man.
Yeah, yeah, sure. That's good. No worries. And why did you not follow the light? Why did you decide to stay behind?
I wanted to show him the same kindness he showed me.
And specifically, what ways do you believe you've been showing him kindness?
Just guidance when he's lost. Just like he guided me when I was lost.
No, sweetheart. One of the things that I would just like to let you know is this is a very kind and compassionate thing to do. However, there is one problem with this. What it means for yourself and your soul is that it means that you have not received healing for the life that you lived. You have not rejoined the other parts of your soul. And so your soul needs you back, basically. The second thing is that all of your tribal members who grieved the loss of your life after this hunting accident, they have not completed their grieving process. So, through all incarnations and all lifetimes, there is still a part of them that is grieving, and it's time for them to release and let go grief that they had when you had this hunting accident. This is also important for the soul of Myles, because obviously he would have been aware of your hunting accident, and he also contains grief from that lifetime and holds it in him, and it's weighing him down in this lifetime. The next concept that I would like to bring to your attention, because you're such a kind soul, is that whilst Myles has appreciated your guidance over all these lifetimes, you can actually be a much more powerful guide to him and provide him with great spiritual insight and wisdom and leadership and help him. Once you have crossed over into the light, you have received your healing and your life review, you can come back as a specific spiritual guide for Myles. And that is far more powerful than any guidance that you can give him as an attached spirit. Do you understand the concepts that I'm talking about today?
I understand.
Perfect. And are you willing to go into the light?
Yes.
Okay. And is there anyone else that is hanging on to Myles right now that is willing to go with you, can take with you?
Yes.
Okay. And how many people are there willing to go with you?
Many.
Many. Okay, my dear. What we're going to do is that we are going to call in a team of angels, supervised by Archangels, Azrael, Ariel, Uriel, Zadkiel, Raziel, Michael, the whole gamut, because I don't know logistically how many we're there, and all associated angels and cherubs. And we are going to bring down a huge and beautiful bridge. You're going to provide golden shawls for anyone who's feeling cold. This will be immediately healing, and all you need to do is be the leader of this tribe and to help your people walk across this bridge. Those that cannot walk and need to be carried will be carried by the angels. And as you walk across this bridge, you will notice that it actually goes upwards. It's a bridge to the afterlife. And you will all begin to feel lighter and brighter. You'll feel yourselves going higher and higher and higher. Does you feel lighter and brighter? At the very top, you will see that there are plenty of people who are waiting for you all at the top. All you need to do is reach out and grab their hands, and they will welcome you in. You'll feel great relief. They will take you off for healing, rest, food, and celebration. And then afterwards, once it's time, you've received instruction, you may then recontact Myles and become a spirit from the other side. So please let me know as you reach the bridge, and you can say your final goodbyes to Myles.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless. Myles, as there is a large number of people that are crossing that rainbow bridge, we'll ask Michael and Zadkiel to let us know when the very last member has crossed over.
Okay.
Okay, great job, Myles. Now, Myles, that's a lot of energy to actually cleanse and clear today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call on the healing spirits of light and also Angel Raphael to heal the spaces left by all of your spirit attachments. We ask that the healing spirits of light heal any after effects of the attachments, including healing any residues of thought or feeling. Now, I'd like, while that is happening, for you to relax and also just scan through your body to find any residues of spirit attachment. This may look like an old frayed rope, an old barnacle, a bracelet or headband, or any object that symbolizes a point of spirit attachment. Imagine you can discover an instrument of light that can fully and finally cut away any remnants of old attachments, or Michael may be able to do this for you. This may be like a small and precise lightsaber, or like a light or a sword or a dagger that flows from the palms of your hands. Focus and cut and dissolve away any last cord or symbolic residue of attachment. Myles, you can assist the healing spirits of light, visualizing healing spirits sending light to the areas of the body that need it most throughout your whole body. Imagine, visualize, or feel a white or golden light with a healing, loving, wise energy flowing down from the top of your head, down to your face and your jaw, over your neck and throat, down to your shoulders, back, and core. filling you with the healing, peaceful energy. Flow down to your spine, through your chest, spreading deeper with every heartbeat and breath, all the way down to your legs and feet. We call upon the healing spirits of light to do the sealing light exercise. Fill those clean spaces with white golden light that surrounds the whole body in a healing cocoon of light. Find a central point of light within you. Let this light grow from the central point with you and expand it so it surrounds you and fills every cell of your body. Let this aura of light remain strong coming minutes and days as Myles recovers and prepares to fully integrate this experience. Myles, as you visualize, heal, or feel the light healing your body, you can also focus your attention on healing the emotions of your story. Recall how your wiser self can see things with clarity and wisdom, and feel the energies of acceptance, forgiveness, and loving kindness. Myles, you've done great. The next few days, reduce your schedule of work and exercise and increase your sleep and relaxation. Each morning and night, practice the energies and the exercises of scanning your body, cleaning and healing with light, and filling and sealing with light. You are free. The old way is over. The old attachments can control or affect you in any way anymore. Any side effects or residues of spirit attachments, like unhelpful habits, thoughts, ideas, or memories, can control or affect you in any way anymore. Now, when you look back at these spirit attachments, you can look and reframe them from a high, non-dualistic perspective. Perhaps there are no good or bad experiences, just experiences that help us learn and grow a soul. A being that gives us a hard time gives us the opportunity to rise above the challenge, so tough experiences can eventually be a blessing in disguise. You have the courage to set appropriate boundaries and not be influenced by external entities. You have the confidence and clarity to set your intention to follow your own light. You've now shown at a high level that you can rise above the frequencies of fear, anger, and deception, choose wisdom, forgiveness, and compassion. You have decided to rise above any heavy energies and choose peace. Imagine all the ways the powerful freedom you attained in this session can benefit you in the future. Participating in this session, you have demonstrated teaching qualities to all of those who will listen to this session. You can feel great about all you've learned and done. Congratulations. In coming sessions, we will revisit the past life where you dropped this attachment so that we can heal further this past life memory. I'd like to thank all of the healing spirits today. And I'd just like to check with Angel Michael, Zadkiel, and Raphael if there's any additional healing that needs to be done for the sinuses and for the aching ear.
No,
No,
that's great already.
perfect. I thought they would be linked. Okay, Myles, so you did great. We're going to thank your higher self and spirit guides for their help. I'd like to thank, as always, the two gentlemen, Michael and Zadkiel, also to all of the Archangels, including Gabriel and everyone we can't see, and any other spirit guides that were here that we can't see. I'd like to thank the Earthbound spirits for releasing. We'd like to thank the access that we have had to the higher self of your mother and to crossed over and healed version of your stepfather and anybody else that I have forgotten to mention today. We ask that they help you to release the burden, release any further spiritual weight you have been carrying, help you free up the energy to feel lighter and brighter and happier, and help you set boundaries, and importantly, to have fun and prioritize yourself. Now I'll count you up to 5, and 5, you'll be able to come fully into the moment feeling good. Coming up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, feeling good.
Phew.
Big session. I'm even feeling a little lightheaded after that one.
Yeah. Wow.